Okay, hello, Cloud Gurus, and welcome to this lecture, where I'm not actually going to teach you how to cheat. Well, not really anyway, but I'll get to that in just a bit. So, why are you watching this video? Well, for most of you, it's probably just because this was the next video in the list. But for some of you, you jumped here because you were curious about the clickbait title, right? Okay, so what is cheating? Well, Google's dictionary definition says that it is to act dishonestly or unfairly in order to gain an advantage, especially in a game or examination. Now, if you want to cheat yourself out of succeeding with a certification exam, then you'll have to look somewhere else for guidance on that, because I care about you actually succeeding in the real world and not just on a test. But this definition says especially in a game or exam, not only that, so it applies to other situations too. And that's what I want to point out here. Now, acting dishonestly is right off the table, but who decides what qualifies as unfairly in real life? Some people, and you will definitely come across people like this sometimes, they have the misguided belief that you can't really know what you're doing with something unless the way that you've learned that thing is the same as they did. They probably became an expert with that thing through years of formal education or experience, and they think that that's the only way to do it. Now, to be completely honest, I can catch myself feeling the same way about some things every once in a while, but it's wrong. If someone else does that to you, it's called gatekeeping, and if you do it to yourself, it's called imposter syndrome. These are a very real problem in IT, and we all need to do what we can to fight them. Each one of us has a different journey, and that's okay. Is learning something quickly wrong? Is it unfair to use tools or resources to skill up on something efficiently? I agree that it's good to get experience and learn from your mistakes, but isn't it even better to learn from someone else's mistakes? Well, you're taking this course, so I'm sure you agree with me here. So, on to the reason why I called this lecture what I did then. It all comes back to a document made by Greg Wilson, who is the Director of Developer Relations at Google. He used to call his document GCP Products Described in 4 Words or Less, but he has since renamed it to the Google Cloud Developers Cheat Sheet, which is definitely less of a mouthful. But it really has nothing to do with actual cheating, of course. A cheat sheet is just something that you can refer to either remind yourself or get a very basic idea about something when you don't have time to research it more fully. So here it is! This is what the Google Cloud cheat sheet looks like. Well, at least at the time when I'm recording this anyway. It does get updated fairly regularly, but you don't need to worry too much about having a slightly older version printed out, say, because it'll only be missing just a few of the very newest services or products. But about that, it really wouldn't be a bad idea at all to actually print out a copy of this cheat sheet, or maybe a couple of copies even, so you can leave them in different places. So you can easily refer to it whenever you read something about a Google Cloud product, or even just as a quick reminder of all the different options you have when you're brainstorming some Google Cloud stuff. Okay, so this is a really important document, so please open it up right now. Yes, right now. Go ahead. Hey, I didn't see you open it up yet. I really mean it. Open it up. Okay, so I was actually tempted to make the rest of this walkthrough just be me talking over a completely blank screen, so that way you'd be forced to follow along on the document you just opened. You did, right? But I thought that might be going just a bit too far. So let's look together at the Google Cloud Developers Cheat Sheet. And for that, I'll see you in the next lecture.